Hey everybody, it's Kayla with the Celebration Company, and we are going to do our Crafty Kit reveal. I'm going to show you all today what April's Crafty Kit looks like. Really excited about this kit. It is absolutely gorgeous, and I think you all are going to really love this one, so I can't wait to share it with you. I'm also doing 6 giveaways. I always do giveaways during my Crafty Kit reveal. You must be present to win, okay? So that means you've got to be live, joining me live, and commenting with me live in order to have a chance to win. So 6 giveaways, I'm going to reveal what those are, but one thing is we are giving away 1 glue gun to 1 lucky winner today. So I'm also going to be sharing a little sneak peek into what next month's Crafty Kit is going to be, just to get your wheels spinning and make you question and wonder what in the world I am going to be sending next week. If you're not a Crafty Kit subscriber, this is a great opportunity for you to learn a little bit about what the Crafty Kit is. And if you are a Crafty Kit subscriber, you probably already know what's in your box, but if you don't, spoiler alert, I'm about to show it to you, okay? All right, so when y'all hop on, say hey, let me know you're watching. Let me see who we've got joining me today. I still can't get my app to work, my Restream app, so I don't know what the deal is with that. So we're still just on Facebook today, and that's another reason why I cannot flip the camera, because Facebook does not let me do that anymore. Hi, Joy. Hey, Donna. Hello, Connie. Hi, Ruby. Hey, Teresa. Hi, Joyce. Hey, Patty. Hey, Glinda and Lori and Teresa. Johnston. Hey, Pam. Thanks for sprinkling, Ruby. Hi, Lynn. The weather in Jersey is crazy. Teresa says, hi, Nancy. Hey, Bev. Hello, Danae. Danae says she loves the kit and she can't wait to do it. Happy Thursday, Ruby. Hi, Kathy. Thanks for celebrating. Hey, April. Hi, Susan. Hey, Sue and Heather. And Holly and Mary. Thank you, Mary. Hi, Jamie. Thank you all so much for sprinkling. Hello, everyone. I'm so glad you all are joining me today. Thanks so much for hopping on. All right, so let me explain a little bit on how you can win. I am still good on my end. Can someone maybe tell Connie to refresh her screen? Because I am still good here, so it must just be her. Hopefully everyone else is still okay. Yay, Sam. Okay, so anyways, let me reveal or talk about how you can win. All right, so again, 6 giveaways. Pam says I'm frozen as well. Let me know really quick. Are we good? I'm still good on my end, so I don't know what's going on with certain people. So hopefully it's just, okay. Carolyn says I'm fine. Rhonda says I'm fine. All right. So maybe some of you need to refresh your screen and try going out and coming back in. Okay. So in order to win 6 giveaways, I'm giving away the glue gun to our last winner. And then in the meantime, every winner is going to receive a pack of our 1-inch paint brushes, as well as 3 bottles of Decawar paint. You're going to be getting milk chocolate, fawn, and warm white. These are 3 of my favorites. I use milk chocolate to make a rusty kind of a look. I use fawn to do a wash on things, as well as to create sort of like a raw wood kind of look. And then we use the warm white in place of white all the time. It's a beautiful, beautiful white. So this is what 5 of our winners are going to be receiving. A pack of 3 paintbrushes and 3 bottles of paint. Is it lifted? Yay! Y'all, we've been on a boil water advisory for like 3 or 4 days now, so they finally lifted it today. And then our 6th winner is going to receive a glue gun, okay? In order to win, the way that this works is you're just going to comment, okay? Keep those comments coming. Ask questions about the Crafty Kit subscription. Ask any question, make comments. If you're a Crafty Kit subscriber, Tell us what you think of the Crafty kit. Tell us which one's your favorite. Just kind of load the feed with comments, okay? We want lots of those comments coming in. And I'm going to set a timer on my phone, and when that timer goes off, the first comment that I see here on my computer screen, that person's going to win, okay? That's going to be our very first winner, okay? So that's how this works. So I'm going to go on and start the timer, and then we're going to talk about the Crafty kit. So let's see here. Clock, timer, and I set it for a random time every single time. Okay, so it's a random amount, and it's different every time. Okay. All right. Thank you, Patricia. Okay. So the Crafty kit. Sometimes I worry a little bit that the name of the Crafty kit kind of makes it confusing on what the Crafty kit is. So the Crafty kit is sort of more of a DIY home decor kit. And this kit is a custom designed piece that we design every single month. And we send you all the supplies that you need, except for your basic supplies like your paint, your paint brushes, your glue, things of that nature. And we teach you then how to make it. It is always a home decor type of piece, always, okay? So it could be anything from a candlestick to a tray to a lantern, a frame, all different types of things. We have done so many different types of things in the past, and that is what is in the Crafty kit every single month. It's some kind of home decor piece. What makes this really unique is that we actually 3D print the majority of the pieces that are in your box, the majority of the pieces that make the entire kit, okay? So, for instance, this is last month's kit right here. Okay, we did this really fun little egg tray last month. And all the pieces here are 3D printed. The only pieces that are not 3D printed are the eggs and the Excelsior. Everything else is printed. So what makes that really unique and just unlike anything else is that I can custom design it, so I'm able to pick all the details, okay? All the little details of this kit I'm able to design. And then we print everything here. So we're manufacturing this entire piece here in our workshop, okay? So that, it makes it really fun and unique. It's always a piece that is just custom, okay? It's unlike anything you can get from anywhere, all right? Yay, Jamie. I'm so glad to hear that. So let's get into it. Let me show you what's inside. The Crafty kit's $50 a month. And again, it's free shipping, and it comes with everything you need except for your basic supplies that most of you will already have. And I do tend to reuse a lot of the same colors. So after you've done it for a few different times, you're probably going to have the paint colors that you need. Okay? All right, so this is the box, of course. It's pink and teal because pink and teal are Celebration Company colors. My favorite color is pink. Mom's favorite color is teal. So that's how the Celebration Company colors came to be. Pretty simple. So everything we do is pink and teal because, again, our favorite colors. Okay. Inside, you will see a little info sheet here. On this info sheet is lots of important information, okay? So you're going to see the date and the time for the class, all right? Whew, that scared me. Okay, Lynn, you are the first name that I saw, so you're the first winner. Congratulations, Lynn. Okay, let's restart the timer. Good grief. Okay. All right, so inside you will find the info sheet, and you'll also find here the date of the class. So not only am I going to send you everything you need, but I'm also going to teach you how to put this piece together. Okay, I'm going to teach you the paint techniques. I'm going to teach you how to put it together. I'm going to teach you anything else that comes with it. There are so many different things that you could learn, okay? So many different things, all right? For instance, one time we made a letter board, okay? The whole thing, we made the letter board. So all of the letters and all of the frame and everything was 3D printed, but then we created the slats and things where the letters go into. So you are going to learn so many unique different types of things. You just never know. It is not upside down. It's just because the camera is not flipped. So date and time, so you can always, as soon as you get your box in, go ahead and mark that down. You do not have to be present during the live. The replay is always available, okay? Then you're going to find up at the top all of the included supplies, everything that's included in your kit. You'll find that right up here at the top. And then down here, you're going to find all of the additional supplies that you'll need. Now, it looks like a lot, but I'm listing everything. Every single thing. I list surface protection. I list paper towels. I list baby wipes. All those different types of things that you might need. Even things that you might not want to use or need. I'm going to list it all for you. I will even list all of the colors, all the paint colors that I am using or that I used to finish the piece in the picture. I'm going to tell you what all those colors are. Now, you can get creative and use whatever colors you prefer. Okay? All right. So, when you open it up, okay, of course, inside, you'll see the box is beautiful all around. There's a fun little note in here from us. And then when you open it up, this is this month's kit. All right? So, you will find the parts that are 3D printed is this little box thing right here. It comes with 3 frames. These frames have a little scalloped trim on them because I adore scallops. Then you've got this little box here, and it comes with 3 drawers. Okay? 3 drawers. Inside one of the drawers, if you are a Crafty Kit subscriber, okay, inside the drawer is where you'll find your 2 pieces, okay, your little beautiful little artwork piece, and then you'll find these little number tags, okay, inside. All right, so the frame, the drawers, and your 3 little frames here were all 3D printed, all right? Then you'll also find some other things inside here. Okay, Sue Manley. Congratulations, Sue. You're our next winner. Yay, that'll be adorable, Sue. Elizabeth, no, it will not be. Sue Manley. Pretty much, you can guarantee. Andrew just tripped a breaker. I'm glad he didn't trip my breaker. You can pretty much guarantee that no Crafty Kit will ever be. I'm not going to say that. We have had a few extras that we've sold. So I'm not going to say that. I'm just going to backtrack. But this one is not. We do not have any extras of this one. Okay, so then you'll also find this little bag. And inside this little bag is several different things. Okay, you've got your hardware pieces. Yeah, I know, Cassandra. It kept them protected inside that drawer. So you're going to have 3 of these little apothecary drawer knobs. with the little spot for the labels. There's 3 of those. And then there are 4 legs, 4 of these little metal feet. Okay, and then also in here are these little bitty tiny pegs. Okay, I'm not going to take them out, but I'm going to show you right here. Okay, see these little bitty tiny pegs? So those were also 3D printed, and those, there are 7 of them. You only need 6 of them. If you're a Crafty Kit subscriber, there's 7 of them, but you only need 6. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. Thank you, Donna. I'm sure I've missed lots of comments of y'all saying to set it. Okay. So there's an extra one because they're so small. We wanted to give you an extra one just in case you lost one. Because I know that I was going to be sending some out. I still may end up having to send some extras. Okay. So next, you've just got some embellishments. So this is the other great thing about the Crafty Kit is not only do we send you the supplies you need to make the whole thing, really all you need is this. But we send you some extra things. He keeps tripping the breaker. I don't know what he's doing, but it's not working. And we send you the things to sort of style or embellish, okay? So you're going to receive also a greenery spray, okay, with this greenery. You do not need all of this, so you're going to have some extra. And then you'll receive a gorgeous gold frame. Now, there are some different frames, so all of you got something. I think there were 5 or 6 different styles. So, super cute. Okay, these beautiful little antique looking frames. So now I'm going to show you what this looks like when it's all put together, okay? All of our pieces are always printed in this white filament, so it's always got that white to it. Okay? All right, so this is what the finished piece looks like. Okay, so it's this beautiful apothecary drawer that is just got this really fun vintage vibe about it. I just love how this turned out. This is going to be so beautiful in all of your all's decor. You can use this so many different ways. I have one similar, so this is actually inspired by one that we did a while back. How many times are you going to trip that breaker? That we did a while back, a couple of years ago, using Dollar Tree pieces. And I have loved that piece, and I have used it so much. So I wanted to make something that was a step above, a little bit nicer, and had a lot more character to it. So that's what we did here. You can use this for purely decoration purposes only if you wanted to. So this could literally just be what I would use it for, is just sitting it. You can sit things on top of it, kind of like we did here. Using it almost like a riser in a way. Okay, Marlinda is our next winner. Congratulations, Marlinda. Y'all, thank you all for commenting. Marlinda. Okay, cannot pronounce your last name. Reich, maybe? Okay, let's set the timer again. We've got 3 more giveaways to do. The white pegs, Carol, are for putting the handles on. Okay? Sometimes I have to get a little inventive when I am creating these, because things work a little bit differently. You know, this is not wood, and so it's hard to take the little screws to screw this in because some of this is not solid. So anyways, the pegs are to help hold those knobs on. I don't know that mine here actually has those in. I don't think I ever got those added in there. They're just glued on. Yeah, the scalloped just makes it have character, and that's what I love so much about the Crafty Kit, is that I'm able to just impart that character and that uniqueness to pieces that just make it uniquely yours. You know what I mean? It just makes it so different. And that's what I love about it. I can just add all those fun little details, whether it's scallops or whether it's dots. Those are some of my favorite things to add. We do lots of scallops and dots. Let's see. This is another previous Crafty Kit here. A cake stand. We did this a few months ago, and so you can see there's just a variety, and it's always a piece that you're going to be able to use in your home for the most part year round. Now we do a couple of different seasonal items. Generally we do Christmas, 4th of July, and Easter. Okay, I pretty much stick to those. I'm sorry, fall and fall. I do fall. Okay, so 4 different ones. So 4 months out of the year, you're going to receive something like that. However, it depends on the month. Sometimes it is a piece that can be used all year round, like the egg tray. Okay, so the egg tray that we did last month is one of those pieces that while we introduced it for Easter, it's great for Easter, it also would be really great year round, especially if you have a farmhouse vibe. That would be so cute with eggs on it for year round. So there's just so many different unique pieces that we do. It truly is one of a kind. It is paintable, yes, Holly. So all of our 3D printed pieces are paintable. We do have like some 3D printed pieces available on our website as well. Everything is very accepting of paint. We use the regular acrylic paint. Okay, so we just use the DecoArt Americana paint on it. Let's see, Holly Mingle. Holly Mingle. You're our next winner. Congratulations. Let me, Harding. Okay. All right, let's set our timer again, and then I'm going to go through and see if I've got any questions to answer. Okay. So anyways, yes, the paint sticks beautifully. We do not have to prime it. We don't have to use anything specific. It just sticks really well onto the pieces. They do not chip. They do not peel. Everything sticks really well. Holly, I can make just about anything. As I continue to learn this whole process, I continue to find more and more things that I can make, and just learning what I can do. So for instance, you know, when I first started, I feel like I combined a lot of things. We did a lot of, like, I would print one 3D piece and then I would combine it with a piece of wood or something like that. Now I'm doing a lot more of just printing the entire thing, the entire piece. So I'm just figuring it out a little bit more, and so it's only going to get better the more and more I learn it and understand it. I am still a newbie when it comes to 3D printing. I am not the type that all of that works in my brain, but I'm slowly learning it, and we are getting there on that. And so anyways, it's really fun because I basically start out with just dreaming something up, kind of coming up with my concept. Oh, I want to do candlesticks, or oh, I want to do an apothecary drawer. And then I either on paper draw something out, or I use one of our online design programs and just piece things together to come up with something that is the way that I want it to be. Then I have to send it off to a designer. I have to give him all the measurements and all the exact details. And he basically used some kind of like CAD type program, which I'm not familiar with, and creates the 3D file for me. We go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth lots of times with edits and changes, and eventually we have a completed piece, and then I print it and test it and come up with however I want to finish it, okay, which usually takes multiple different tries. So it's a lot of fun. Nancy, you can get them anywhere online. Yay, Patricia. The kits, Molly or Holly, are $50 a month. That includes shipping. Okay. All right. Hang on, y'all. Okay, Naomi Keith, you're our next winner. Okay, we've got one more winner. Y'all keep asking your questions and I'm going to answer. The next winner is going to get the glue gun. Okay? This is what the next winner will receive. All right. Okay, let me scroll back through here and see. What questions there are. How far out do you have created the kits? I have through the entire year planned, but I'm still working on getting them all, the files and everything completed. "3D printing is so interesting, isn't it, Dawn?" Thank you, Linda. Can you watch the video when you make it, even if you're not a subscriber? Oh, there's a bee in here. So if you see me running, that's why. Don't feel like getting stung today. No, you may not. You have to be a subscriber in order to watch the video. So if you're a subscriber, then we add you to a private group, and we just hang out in there, and everyone can share their creations. Everyone posts their finished creations in the group there, and we that's where I go live to teach how to make it. Yay, Pam. That's exactly what I want you to do. Absolutely. I'm so glad you open it as soon as you get it. Let's see. I can't go up any further. Okay, let's see. We got some new comments. What is 3D printing? Fabulous question, Ruby. So the concept of 3D printing is really interesting. When I first heard of 3D printing, I'm like, my brain can't really even comprehend, right, what that is. Because you just think of a printer, right, and that you just put a piece of paper down, or you send an image and it just like prints it out, you know. So it's confusing. But the way a 3D printer works is very different from the way a printer works. And I always describe it using a glue gun. I feel like that is the easiest way to describe it. So, for instance, the way that the printer works, you send it this 3D file, okay? And then it has a tip on it, or like a nozzle that gets hot, very much like a glue gun. And then it's also got a filament that comes through, similar to a glue stick, except it's all on one reel or roll, okay? And it's sort of like a plastic kind of a material that's much thinner than your glue stick. And it just feeds that continuous thread all the way through, and then as it comes out the tip, it melts it. And so it just creates this line of plastic, and it's just this continuous motion over and over and over and over and over again, and it just keeps building up, up, up. So it's just one layer at a time, and it just keeps putting out more of that plastic, what the easiest way to describe it. One layer at a time until you've reached the very top and you have a complete piece, okay? So that's what 3D printing is. The 3D printers are expensive, yes. Okay, let's see who we got. Rhonda Kittredge, you are the winner of the glue stick. Congratulations, Rhonda. Okay. All right, let's see if we got any other, thank you, Sue. Fun projects. Yes, Dawn, make sure you order a glue gun. TheCelebrationCompany.com, they're available there. Elizabeth, we are anxious, excited, nervous, all of that. All of that. Okay. Yay, Jamie, I'm so glad you like it. I'm glad to hear that. You know, Nancy, it doesn't actually make a huge difference. I mean, we use a ton of electric here just because, you know, running a business. But it's not that bad, actually. Allison asked, does it take long to print? It depends on what you're printing, okay? So there are definitely some that take longer than others. For instance, our sanders, okay? Our sanders are a little more finicky because they use a different type of filament. And we print 7 at a time, 7 sanders on one printer at a time. And it takes 15 hours to print 7 sanders. So that just kind of gives you a little idea. Those run a little bit slower than other things. So it just all depends on what you're doing. There are some things that will print in 5 hours and other things that take 10 hours. So it really just depends on what it is we're working on. Yes, Jamie, you do. When I get off of here, I'll go live in the Crafty Kit group and explain that. Teresa, the class is next Thursday. I'm going live early because of the Pinners Conference. The time that I would generally go live, we're going to be at the Pinners Conference setting up. So, looking forward to making this one. Beb, don't worry about it being spun gold. You could use any kind of gold. It doesn't have to be that one. I think that, yeah, I just used the gold on the frame. Okay, so don't worry too much or fret too much about it being exact, okay? Yes, Lisa, absolutely. How many printers do we have, Sandy? We have 6. We have 6 of them. All right, y'all, let me show you a sneak peek of next month's kit really quick. This is really gonna stump you, I'm sure. But here it goes. All right, so there is this piece right here. And this right here. Okay. 2 little pieces that are going in next month's kit. Give you a little sneaky peek. Okay? All right. So thank you all so much for joining me. We have a wait list on the Crafty Kit. I would love for you to sign up for the wait list, and we will email you when a spot is open. So make sure that you sign up for that wait list at celebrationcompany.com. Go to subscriptions and you'll find it there. If you are a winner, make sure you send us your mailing address so that we can mail you your prizes. And I hope you all have an amazing day, and I'll see you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. And if you're a Crafty Kit subscriber, I'm going to go live in the group and explain what you need to do ahead of time. All right, y'all? So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Yes, Jamie, we do have the colors on the website, so you absolutely can order them online. I just mean that if you have any kind of gold metallic or something like that, I'm sure it would work. Okay. See y'all soon. Bye, everybody.